Hello everybody and welcome back to Transport Fever. Just as the food train arrives with its first delivery, this is finally working. I've had to play forward a little bit, only about 6 months. I was hoping a passenger train was going to come past as well, but they all seem to be a bit bunched up down one end of the map, so I'm going to have to go and sort them out. I have fixed the passenger line, and as soon as I had a look at it earlier, I realised what I'd done wrong. It was something simple really. I had a bit of a facepalm moment. Let's just pause the game a second. I'll go and show you what it was. I put in a transfer track over here, and I needed to do two because I was sending the trains, both of them, up one path. It was simple really. I should have realised at the time. I just didn't think about it. Something else I wanted to just show you. I have been tinkering a bit. I've been fixing some of the lumpy track bits. This bit's still a little bit lumpy. I've just moved it up a bit so it's more on the flat as these start to descend a little bit as they come down here. I've been meaning to show you this junction. You'll have to excuse me, my throat's still a little bit iffy. But this is the junction that makes the route work. What happens basically is after they've done a full circuit of the map, they will come down either this way or this way, depending which way they've gone. On the way back, they will switch over and go in the opposite directions that they would normally be coming. This one would normally be coming back up here, and this one would normally be coming back up here if it was going in one direction. But because of this switch over, it means they're able to switch sides and do the route in the opposite direction. So they go one way round and then the other way round. Like I said, this is I could possibly have missed out one stop here, and just had a point to point in there, so that I've got one stop in here and one just going straight past. Because what will happen for quite a while until the trains start to fill up is they'll only use one of the two platforms that are heading up this direction. I've managed to fix some of the lumps and things. The reason I've played forward about 6 months is just because I've been riding the trains just to make sure that the crossings are okay. I've fixed this bridge up a bit. It's better than it was, although I do think I'm going to have to delete some of this just so I can get these trains out here easier without them having a really sharp corner. Yeah, I've gone a bit overboard with the streets here. I'm going to delete some of this and alter this because this is going too far. What I was thinking at the time is that maybe I would let the AI grow out here, but if I do so, it's going to create a demand from this station, especially if there's any industries or businesses, any commercial businesses in here. It'll want the food back. It won't pick up directly from here. What will happen is the food will get transported out to here, and then it will wait at this platform to be brought back again. And if the train is full at this point, it's not going to pick up any more corn or cattle from here, because it's just going to have to come back again before it goes round. And if there's loads of food waiting here, then you know it's going to mess the route up. So I'm going to change this a bit. I've stuck in a few more bridges. There's another bridge going across here, just to connect this side up a bit. I think I might put a level crossing in there. I've done a bridge there, got rid of that level crossing that was there because this is sloped, so I'm never going to be able to get it perfect. The tracks are always going to be a bit bumpy. Yeah. I think what I'm going to do is do a speed build on this village. Do a time lapse. There's going to be quite a bit of work in it. So we've got some food waiting here. There's 8 to go to Hamley and 12 to go to Wednesbury. That's good. I'll transport it up here. I still need to get some passengers down here. I think that's what the plan is for today. I fixed the bump here. There was another lump on the track there. The reason for that was I did have a junction coming out either way. It was alright to start with, the junction. It was nice and flat. But when I deleted this part of the track, it left a bump just there. So I just deleted the track and replaced it, and it's fixed it perfectly fine. I've put in these little crossroads here. These were difficult to get in. I had to do these about 4 or 5 times before I actually got the tracks level. There's a bit of a lump in the road here. I can't do anything with that. That's the best I can actually make it, with it being so tight. But I want to get some buildings in here. I want to build this up as you come into the city. I'm really not sure about this. I think if we get rid of this and turn it into part of the village and farm scenery. I'm just worried about how far the reach is on this. I've blocked off some parts of these bridges anyway, just to prevent the AI. I don't want any buildings up here. I'll let them build down here, and they can build here, but they go, where's the blockers start? There. Yeah, so we can have a building there, which won't be too bad. Hopefully it'll build down this side first. I think that's a new building there. So there are new buildings popping up. We are starting to see a bit of expansion in the short time that I've played through. There's one of the trucks not carrying anything. Well, he's going back, so he won't be anyway. They've not picked anything up yet. It took a little while for the route to embed. Your trucks usually have to hit both. Oops, sorry about the camera movement there. I'm really sorry about my throat today. The trucks usually have to hit both ends of the route before the route is activated. Once that happens, then the farm will start producing. They'll get picked up, brought round here. The first time it picked up anything, it came here and it had to do a route again before it managed to pick up any food. It picked up 20 though on its first one, which was good. There's 7 waiting. That's all. They've got 4 cows stored, and they've got 17 bred in storage. And they're waiting for more goods to come in, and there's some more being produced here. I think we're going to stick another train on here, maybe 2 more. Let's get this food moving. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that food coming back this way. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to alter this area. Let's get rid of these. Right, we'll keep that bit, just because it was so... Oops! Dogs are having a little bit of a tiff in the background there over something. Probably want the same toy or something. Yeah, I'm going to keep this because it was a pain to get in, and I want some buildings up here. I think what we're going to do, once we've smoothed out that, yeah, I think we're going to make a start on this. Yeah, I reckon that'll be a good place to start. Okay, let's do this thing. Well, I said I was building a little village. I kind of got a bit carried away. Just a bit. Oh my god, this has taken so much work. Yeah, stop complaining. This has taken me 2 days to do this and to film it and put all the videos together. That last 5-minute segment, really, it was incredible. I wasn't really up for it the last episode. I wasn't feeling very well. Feeling a bit better now, thankfully. My cold's going. So I've been a bit more up to a bit of a bigger challenge. And we're really starting to control the AI now. It can't go any further than this. I've used all placeable buildings down here, and what it's done is it's caused collisions, not there, but pretty much everywhere else. There is a few roads that I still need to stick another building or two on. So the AI can't actually upgrade these roads. It can't do anything about them. It can't build into these, because these placeable buildings, these actually block off the AI. You're probably thinking it can build into here, but it can't. The reason being is because under here, all around, I thought I'd put some in the middle. I hadn't. But there is blockers there, you can see them. I need to put a few in the middle there as well, just in case it tries to build a road in there. There is 1 or 2 roads, sorry, not that one, that one. There is 1 or 2 roads here. There's one there. I think it's because these buildings aren't quite close enough to the road. So I'll mess around with that a little bit. There's a couple of roads I need to stick a couple of buildings on. These here, they haven't got any buildings on, so even though I've put blockers in at the side of the road, these can be upgraded. So the AI will upgrade them at some point. I'll fix that. I can do all that off camera though, you don't need to watch me doing all that because it's just repetitive. I'll try and keep the videos sort of fresh, you know. I'll show you a lot of stuff in real time, but I'll not go into too much of the same kind of thing over and over again. I'm going to be doing a lot of time lapses, as I keep saying. The reason being, more than anything is because by the time we get to the end of the series and I've got this whole map filled up, I'm going to have a load of time lapses, and I'll be able to do a sort of a showcase video from the start to the finish of all time lapses and showing the areas growing, showing things expanding, showing the cities building up and everything. That'll be cool. I'm going to take this all the way around here, I'm not going to go too high up on the hills, obviously, because farms wouldn't go that far up. But any of the low-lying areas, I'm just going to fill in more of this and some small villages, some really small ones. I'm going to make this into a large country road because it's only a medium at the moment. I'll take that out round there and then maybe peel off a couple of little sort of smaller roads, put a few houses and shops, get a few people coming down into them. The placeable houses and shops and things, most of these houses, there's some shops around here, most of them are set to nil occupancy. The ones that have got any capacity, like this one, are set to low. I've not set that many, but even already, judging by the amount of people that are wandering around, I think I might still turn some of them off. The advantage there is what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn a few off at a time. I'll probably wait till the cars are on the road, in the early 1900s, see how much traffic there is going around here, and then I could turn buildings off a few at a time until I get the balance right. I want some people down here, I want some traffic coming down this way, but I don't want too much. It's got to be kind of quiet residential area, and I think it'll look great once the city starts building up down here. It can only build on that side of the road now. I did a bit of an industrial area. Some of these buildings are active, some of them are assets. This is an asset, as you can see somebody walking through it there. Some of these are functional, but they're set to a low person capacity again. I don't want too many people down here, and the cargo capacity is set to nil, so it shouldn't create any demand at this station. What I'm going to have to do though is I'm going to have to fill in this area myself to make sure that the cargo capacity again is set to nil, because I've already got commercial building here. It's not within range of that, but as they start getting down here they will be. So I think I'll stick a few houses or something. I'll do that. There's a lot more I want to do on this, and as the years go by I want to alter a few things. I'm going to change the screen up a little bit over the years. I've got a pavilion I might stick in the middle there, I'm not sure yet, but later on as the time goes on I've got some nice little sort of these parasol type things. They look a bit too modern at the moment, so I don't want to stick too much in there. Maybe some park benches and stuff, but I'm keeping that as the village green. I'll have a look at a couple of the farms. Again, I want to put a lot more assets in here. Some of them I've got are a bit too modern again, so I don't want to stick them in just yet. If I put that new industries mod on, I'll get tractors. We need some tractors. Not in 1851 though. We'll get some tractors in there later. This is why I love these greenhouses. They really catch the light really well. Now, they did have big greenhouses back in this era, although they wouldn't look like this. They would have been wooden structures, usually painted white, quite a bit taller. They were definitely into the botany and horticulture back then. They were bringing a lot of plants in from, Asia and places. They are a little bit modern looking. Well, they are totally modern looking. It's just a little greenhouse. It's this one. And I just stacked them all together to make them look like a commercial greenhouse instead. Well, that's what I like about them. They really catch the light. That'll look great on some of the flyovers, especially when I've got sort of the odd one here and there all over the place. I've put a couple more in. Yeah, we're flying around with this camera. There's a smaller one here. That wheelbarrow's a bit too modern. There is an older looking wheelbarrow, but I haven't got the asset set turned on yet. I'm going to put more mods on soon. One of them gives you all the assets that come with the buildings, and it's a bit big. How would you pushing that if it was full? Yeah, that looks better though. It looks older. There's some I didn't place in. These, these lawnmowers and things with one of them mods. Yeah, it's too modern for this area. Are you? You must be active. Yeah, person capacity. Yeah, okay. Yay. Little man in his dungarees there, off out to work on the farm. Here. Some sheep over here. I can place people as assets as well. I haven't got that turned on yet. I was thinking of sticking a farmer out here. Made this look like they were all just sort of wandering out into the field. I've got some cows. Yeah, as you can hear, there are no sound effects. I added them to the video. It would be nice if there were sound effects with them when you got in close. Especially when you're riding the trains past them. You can't see all of them from the trains. You can see a few sheep and stuff here. Some cows down here. I want to stick some fences along the side of this. So obviously I don't want the cows wandering onto the tracks. We're not quite ready for hamburgers just yet. Little pigsty down here. I've left this pigsty open. I was thinking I'm going to stick a gate and have a little farmer here or something. Again, I've got blockers all around this stuff. These goats. Excuse me. I was thinking when I put these rocks down, I put the rocks down before I put the goats down, but for some reason I was thinking I had a height adjustment on the goats, and there wasn't. Some of the mods, some of the assets, you can adjust the height and you can raise them up off the ground. If I could have done that, I could have had the goats standing on the rocks. That's what I was thinking of doing, but that mod doesn't have the height adjustment on them. Excuse me. There is a goat in a rock somewhere. I can't remember where I stuck it. I was just trying to see if it'd stand on top of the rock, and it didn't. It disappeared. I'm not sure which rock it is, but there's a goat inside a rock. Some more sheep over here. This that keeps lighting up. This is the farmer mod. It allows you to place fields down, and you can. What you do basically is you select the corners. Yeah, oops. Sorry for the frantic camera movement there. I do that a lot when I'm playing on my own, but it's not really good for the video, is it? Right, here's your farmer mod. So you got modes here. You got plan, plant, and reset doesn't seem to work unless I'm doing it wrong. So you start off with a plan. You've got 7 planting choices. I have written these down somewhere. It's in my notepad what they are. I know 0 is the ploughed field, this one. So you select. It's a little bit slow for some reason, and you can choose wherever you want it to go. So if you want to fill in along the side of earthlings, you can do that, and stick plant, and you have your field. If you don't want it, you can bulldoze it, which is handy. And the trees will go in and around it. As the trees get closer and denser, they will damage the edges. I quite like that. I think it adds a little bit of sort of it breaks up the patterns a little bit, and when you're looking at it from a distance, it does kind of, you do get patches around the edges of fields and stuff. They're not all absolutely perfect. I like it being broken up a little bit. So I stuck a few bushes and trees in here and stuff just to sort of break up this texture. Just to give it a bit of extra. Right, so that's that side of the city sorted out. As you can see here, I've just kept this area and hope that these two will push into it. What is going to happen over here, I know this from other maps where I've built cities close to the rivers, it'll start growing, a road will appear over here somewhere, and you'll start getting some houses and things on it. It won't build a bridge, but it'll build, if it's close enough, if it's within reach, and this is within reach because this road's coming to here. So there'll be a sort of a broken bit of the city there. So I'm thinking I might stick a couple of bridges in and allow it some room. But what I'm going to do is build these farms up and around. Obviously I've got this farm to upgrade yet. Make this into a proper farm. I'm thinking of sort of a village here. Bring the farms, all this sort of stuff all around here. Again, sticking to the low-lying areas. Maybe another village in here somewhere. And allow the city to just sort of take over that side with a few bridges. Need to keep them high enough so that we can get some boats under there. I do want to get some boats in here. Some passenger services going up and down. One to the island, one over here. I said before, I've had a... Oh, what am I doing with the camera here? That's terrible. Sorry about that. Right, let go of the buttons. Yeah, I said before, I've had a little playthrough on the test map. I've built some of this industry lines. Some of them I want to change a bit, but I'm going to get them in pretty soon. In fact, I'm going to do it the next episode. We're going to concentrate on getting this industry line set up. I want a route going that goes up here, does a loop, comes back, goes down here, does a loop, comes back, and using them two lines. Stick a couple of trains on it. That'll pick stuff up and move it in and out of those two cities pretty quickly. I also want to bring a line down here. Now we're going to come down to a station here, build an underpass underneath here and put some docks, and then we're going to ship the goods out to those two cities. Instead of bringing another train line, I'm going to have some goods ships going up and down. Sorry about that. Somebody banged the car door outside. It was a cat. That was what they were barking about on the first episode. Next door's cat was having a wander around. Yeah, where were we? Train line here. Station. Good station, that was it. Yeah, there's a good station going in here. I'm going to go down a little bit with the road. Have a dip under, create a little bridge on this side, a little bridge here somewhere, and then bring it back up. Put some docks in here, ship the goods out. This line is going to come, I think, up and alongside this one, down into the valley and into the industrial area. Now, in order to make that pay, with it being such a long line, when the goods ship up here, I was talking about having a forest. Well, instead of bringing a train down here, I think what I'm going to do is put a docks in here somewhere, have a forest up here, run a few trucks back and forward, or maybe put the docks down here and have the forest closer, but build the scenery up around it, so that this one can carry goods and food and stuff coming down can pick up the logs, bring them back. Then that train will pick up the logs and take them up there. And I'm thinking, I like the look of this for a quarry. This looks like a good area. I know the industry's going up there, and I was originally going to stick a quarry in there, but I'm going to put some mines up around here anyway, and the oil refinery and stuff. It's gonna be big anyway. And the quarry wouldn't naturally be in the industrial area anyway. It's especially around the mountains in Wales and stuff. There's loads of stone quarries up in little villages and things miles away from anywhere else. The quarries are quite often, in sort of impractical locations as far as everything else is concerned. Just because the coal and iron's up here, and that doesn't necessarily mean the stone has to be as well. And that will give me an opportunity to ship something back along here. So we could have wood coming from that direction, stone coming from that direction. We'll take the goods out there and then pick the wood and stone up, take it back up here, drop it off in this industrial area when it'll move out along these lines and then get distributed to those two. The second food line will take the goods out again, so I need to work on that pretty soon so I can start decorating this area. I'm not going to go too far into this town. I call them towns, cities. I keep calling them cities. They're not cities yet, they're towns. They will be cities, but I'm going to let this one grow however it wants around here. I don't think it's going to push this side of the station or tracks. I don't think there's enough room there for it to. So putting a dock in here is not going to be a problem later on. I might have to bulldoze a few houses or something over here. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. Like I said, I want to get this farm going all around here. You've seen me do it now, so I'm just going to do it bit by bit in between doing other stuff. I'll do it off camera and just sort of point out what I've done every now and again. It would be nice to get this look around all this lower sort of valley area. I don't want to fill this in with farm, because I want something. I want, that is the centre of the map, so I want a nice centrepiece there. Somewhat big. I'm thinking of giving this a little bit of a narrative as far as the building's concerned. Obviously, we've got this big castle over here, so I want a bit of a story behind it. So, the village, it's going to be a big village. As all this city grows up all over here, and you've got the big industrial side to the map over there, in and around the big city, as you come out of the big city, you get into a big village, and then into the farms, and then into smaller villages, and then back to another big city, out back through the farms again. And, that looks great. It looks more realistic. But yeah, as we've got a castle over here, I'm thinking maybe another castle over here somewhere. This is Brunswick, is it? Yeah, Brunswick I call that. So I might put a big castle up here. We'll say this town was named after King Bryn, the ruler of the mountains. The ore-rich mountains where they got coal and iron and other stuff. Fearful, brutal king, ruled with an iron fist. And then over here we have the castle of King Theobald. A gentle ruler who rules over the farmlands. A peaceful region. Yeah. We're going to have something in between here. There's going to be some kind of memorial to some ancient battle that happened between King Bryn and King Theobald. One benevolent leader and one harsh and brutal. Turning into Game of Thrones now. Right, so we have a village. I keep calling it a village, it's bigger than my bloody cities are. Right, so we have the village green, we've got the church and the graveyard and everything. There's a few bits I need to fix. Like I say, I'll do them off camera. Nothing you need to watch me doing over and over again. I'm probably going to fill this area in, just because there's a demand from the station. I want to make sure there's no demand. I'll wait till there's a few more AI houses coming out this way. And as soon as one hits, as soon as I hit that, as soon as one lights up, I'll know where the limit is, so I can just stop it from building from there. I'm probably going to have to fill them in. Yeah, and then when I start on this, I'll start recording again. So I'll join you for the next episode. Thank you very much again for watching. I'm sitting on a little park bench. Look over the village green. Yeah, isn't that nice? Thanks very much. You've been watching Off the Rails.